Here's another one to show how God works, right? The parable of the wheat and the tares and the stuff that grows in that the gardener didn't plant. So the owner of the land had planted a good harvest, but he says, but then the workers came in and said, master of the garden, whatever we call it, master of the garden, we are seeing these weeds, these other plants. They're not supposed to be in here, and they're thinking maybe the enemy planted them in here. So shall we, cut them out? It's like, no. If you take them out, then the good harvest will be tearing out along with them. Some of the good harvest could be tearing out with them. So let them all grow together, like we're doing. The good and the bad were growing together, and at the end, what does he say? When you reap the entire harvest, the good and the bad, take the bad first. Oh, I just got another one. That's why Satan is let loose out again, because God rewards first. So he says, first you bundle up the bushels of the bad and you toss it into the fire, and then you reap the good harvest. So this is why God doesn't punish Satan first. He casts him into hell, and for 1,000 years, and then he rewards. We have a millennial reign Sabbath with God, and then after that, then punishment. Reward first, then punishment. Right? So you see how everything in the Bible and with the first fruits offering is so important to understand. The two most important things to understand about Jesus, besides the gospel, and he's the Son of God, and he's God made flesh. God outside of creation comes into creation through himself in Jesus Christ. So the first fruits offering and the unblemished lamb. In the story of Exodus, they on the 10th, and Jesus fulfills it on the exact same days, right? They have to take a lamb for 4 days and sacrifice it on the 4th day, and it must be unblemished. Must be unblemished. And what does Pontius Pilate say? I find no fault in this man. To Jesus, it says, I find no fault in this man. That is the unblemished lamb. That is people unknowingly fulfilling prophecy who are against him. So first fruits offering and the unblemished lamb are very important. They're told all throughout the Bible in many parables. And the parable of the sower, it's like you till the field, you sow, you harvest, and you reap. And that's the cycle. And then because the flesh cannot inherit the kingdom of heaven, so God wanted to make has a plan for us to inherit the kingdom of heaven and be equal as priests, brothers and sisters in Christ, priests of God in the millennial reign. He had that plan from the beginning with tree of life and tree of knowledge. He knew